You know, sometimes in Marvel they have short-lived characters that we don't get to see for very long, but they are extremely powerful.
Meet Inf Man, spelt exactly like Inf Metal from DC. He is a living space warp or a black hole, a sentient singularity drawing matter and energy into the nigh infinite dimension of his own form. Yeah, he ain't got no damn body. When things seen him, his ass is like it's a hole in the air in the shape of a man. He has the Inf power, and the more matter that passes into him, the larger he becomes. His origin story is that he was an old enemy to the Fantastic Four. He was the cosmic energy researcher who once became Black Sun, the stellar man, but that was before you and your friends interfered. A resourceful surgeon saved his life, restored him to normal, and he was judged innocent of Black Sun's actions. The power had driven him mad, they said. The fools. You caused my star spawn powers to overload, nearly killing me. Upon release, I was contacted by the Inf Command, an organization seeking a monopoly on all energy research. They wanted someone to infiltrate Pegasus, to destroy it from within. I volunteered for reasons of my own, and after establishing myself there, the cyborg Deathlock and later the Feminizon Thundra were used to smuggle in components for the Inf projector, a device designed to open portals into other dimensions. Assembling it, he was to teleport the entire project out of this reality. But he suspected the projector could unlock the stellar energy still within him, return his rightful power. Little did he dream that it would do far more, transforming him into the living interdimensional vortex. He wanted the stars, but he have gained far more. He have gained the Inf power. Now meet Aquarian, fucking the Thing's nephew. He is the living son of the Cosmic Cube, the same Cosmic Cube that gave Molecule Man his powers. So he was brought to the project so that his body's energy absorbing powers could be studied, and that he become part of the experiment to see if his body could channel the awesome energies of the Cosmic Cube. But the sudden surge of power he received, if you didn't know, the Cosmic Cube is a mysterious object capable of altering reality. Yet a sudden surge of power he received was so overwhelmed that his childlike mind at the time that he retreated deep into his subconsciousness for months. He laid in a coma, shutting out the world, until he finally came to grips with what had happened. The cube had magnified my powers beyond all limits. Wherever I walked, I neutralized energy. Awakening, he left his chamber in a daze, accidentally freeing the criminal Solar as he passed his cell, but he couldn't be bothered with him then. He was summoned by the cube, and as he neared it, it glowed with new life. Mentally, he entered the cube, and when he emerged, he got reborn, became complete. His mind, his body, even his garb have changed. That's when he became the living son of the Cosmic Cube. He said he had the power to better the world. Henceforth, he would call himself the Aquarian, after the star system of his native planet. While Thing is sitting around him, right, he was losing strength and shit. He's like, can you control that? Because I'm always losing my strength when I'm near you. It's because of his null field. It's a part of him. It never goes away. It gives him super strength. He done got super strength as you see him up here carrying Giant Man. But I brought that to attention so you know how they beat Inf Man. So Thing was like, I'ma just fill his ass up with shit and plug his ass up, right? He threw this thing at him, but it only made his ass bigger. Quasar and Giant Man finally woke up, so they ass came and tried to go help out. The Thing told him like, look, Quasar, you ain't gonna be able to fight this thing. Them damn quantum bands ain't finna do shit. As they see what the fuck they was talking about. So out there catching everybody up to speed, Quasar was like, I'm finna go stop this motherfucker. Inf Man told him, like, so you come to thwart me, little one. Don't you realize that I exist on all levels of the endless multiverse? I am immortal. You can do nothing save nourish me. So that shit was starting to make Quasar black out because it was too much strain on his ass. So Giant Man was like, I'm gonna jump inside of him and grow big as fuck. That shit cut off his power from the dimensional plane. He's like, no, you do that, that shit'll kill you. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm finna die from radiation poisoning anyway from a few months ago when I was fighting Atom Smasher. So his ass jumped into the Inf Man, right? A few seconds later, they was like, oh, that shit ain't work. He's like, of course it didn't. He mine now, part of what I am, part of what you will be soon. Prepare yourself because the world as you know is ending it. So Aquarium came up with the idea of basically coming up with a human chain while he jump in there and he gonna use his node field thing to cut off his power. That's when he tell his Uncle Ben that he love him just in case he died. So he jumps into the damn the Inf Man, right? As soon as he did that shit, right, and his node field came up, fucking Thing's power started to get drained and started cutting off. When he goes inside the Inf Man, he sees all these different realities and shit until he finally see Giant Man. He was going crazy. He grabs his hand and this blue shit goes around Giant Man, and that shit saves his mind. So this is where he puts the that field all inside of all the multiverses and shit. While outside, they ass was starting to loot. They was finna let go of each other. Let me go back a little bit. Before Aquarium had jumped into the Inf Man and Quasar came to help out, he tried to use the field thing of outside of Inf Man. He was trying to surround him and negate his powers, right? So controlling gravity around him and shit, he started using his power. That shit shut down the generators, the lights, and the monitor. They couldn't even shoot guns. That shit ain't even work. After the field finally got like around the whole place they was in, he started to notice that the damn fucking power generator cut off the air for everybody. So everybody was dying, so he cut it off and brought it back to his normal body. So as you can see under me, when he uses it inside the Inf Man, the shit expands, finally negating the all-consuming energies that comprise the Inf Man. And then like an aging sun that has expended its fuel, the entity that had become Thomas Lighter collapses into itself, aka Inf Man. And all it did was leave Aquarium and Giant Man behind. So after it was over with and everybody was saved, Quasar was thinking to himself. He's like, if Lighter said about his existence being on all levels of the multiverse, what if we only destroyed our reality portion of Inf Man? What if he's still stalking around the universe where no wonder exists to stop him? He's correct, because this motherfucker ended up going to a different Earth and he ended up becoming the Wizard Supreme over there, and his ass became known as Mysterium. I forgot to say this about Aquarian too. Before he appeared, fucking Claw was finna kill Thing, right? But then his sound claw started to not respond to his commands. He said his whole body is vibrating, shaking apart. Something is weakening the energies that kept his body of sound in solid form. He was being sucked into the blaster and he couldn't stop it. That was because the Aquarian.